What's poppin', y'all? Kind of doing a little bit of a side quest. Kind of spur of the moment, but also not really, because really want to focus on Rish, the brand again. Getting the merge, getting our office set up, because we're doing that when I got laid off my manufacturing job, and then we kind of got into the whole brand, making shirts. Design, we sold a pretty good amount of shirts and sweatshirts, so like I should have that faith again and create some more designs, put out, have stuff pre-made, just kind of focus into the brand again, you know, the time, energy, want, the focus, money, you know, invest into us. Once I got into another job, the HVAC, I kind of stopped everything again, and all the focus went into that and energy and stuff. So now that I have the time per se, and you know, trying to figure out what's next, how to make some dull hairs here and there and progress, we gotta focus on the business again. So we just took out this table. This is the very first table I bought for my laptop. When I started gaming and stuff, I bought my laptop. I was like, damn, I need a bench. But yeah, so this is my very first table I bought in my room, CT stuff, and it's been through its stages. So now it's time to refurbish it so we could have it repurposed into the brand stuff, whether it's like my cutting board area kind of thing, I'm weeding out designs, shit like that. I need another bigger table, something, you know, more sturdy, but we just had to refresh it, so that's kind of what we've been doing. We got the legs back there, we got
all prepped up.
At the time, it kind of seemed like a good color because maybe how my room was set up.
You were also 18. I was with you when we bought that table on IKEA.com.
Were you?
Yes.
I was before you.
No.
I'm fried, dude. I'm fried. I'm just kidding. I'm not that fried, y'all. We all have our moments. We don't remember everything in time spans. You know, a lot of shit has happened. Of course, as soon as we start kind of want to get into the whole painting thing, and
which we did,
up,
we did.
Like look over, big ass clouds. It's getting extra windy. So like, fuck.
It's like, look at this. Thankfully, we have the setup ready. We know what we're gonna do thanks to him because he's smart.
Yeah, it's way darker. So yeah, DIY setups you guys seen. You know, the control arms and the knuckles, the 2x4 zip ties save the world. That balance it out. And I do the same thing with the control arms, and I repainted it. I'm gonna show you guys. You've probably seen it in the background, but it looks super fresh. So yeah, looking fresh to death.
AF.
Look at that. This is definitely cool. It came out looking like just a spick span brand new control arm with it just upgrade. You know, who needs the hard race control arms when you got the Rish arms?
Oh, custom. Ooh.
I pooped myself a little. Flex too hard.
Back to the DIY project. As you see, he's filling some holes because we don't have ass over here. We're not just gonna strip some shit and paint that shit. You see Rish, you see that he does what he has to do and goes through the steps of operations, and that's what we're doing here. So this table can keep on lasting. Since 2017, 2018, it's been lasting, so.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
So yes, we are back. Naked.
Teta.
Don't look.
The tetas.
Yeah, we'll see how this works. Literally, we had everything. We're deciding on like what colors we want to do, and then I went in our paint box and we found 2 cans of this shit. So we're gonna paint the legs that, and probably the top of that too. I don't know, just make it simple. Use what we got. Damn, wind don't help much.
It's getting dark, y'all. You'll see it in the morning. Don't judge too much, guys.
Looks like shit. You did it.
He did it anyway, so I don't care. But anyways, we should have probably painted the top. You can, yeah.
Let's use spray paint.
Let's not talk about it too much, but it still looks like a vibe. You guys see, it's doing its purpose. It was once white, maybe gray yellow. Now it's not.
Once was a table. Now it's still a table.
Exactly. So, yep, yeah.
I just wanted to show you all this before I ended up taking it down. Just went in here and repainted his stuff, make it look a little fresher. Cleaned up the piston in there, cleaned it down, added new seals. Hopefully it's gonna work. I really fucking hope. Seals a little bit wonky, but yeah, I just wanted to show what's going on, man. Always hanging something up and painting it. Canopy comes in nice and handy for that capability. Don't look too hard right here. Looks kind of shitty on the inside. It was hard to tape this thing off because it's just tape does not want to stick, so I had to kind of give it on the outer edge and stuff, and I didn't want to fuck with the seal too much. But you can see it's kind of wonky, kind of sticks up a little bit more on the outer edge, but like it's seated on the inside, at least. I mean, that's what it looks like. It's all seated down up in there. So I got this kit from O'Reilly's. It could be, could not be, we'll see, kind of thing. This is for the daily driver over there, because I'm pretty sure after, you know, me getting the whole alignment and stuff, and I started really noticing it's pulling to the right and just gets worse and sounds like shit, and then braking, kind of feel pulsating and stuff. So I really think that the caliper is just kind of seizing up on that side. So yeah, so now we have the calipers here all basically prepped, and I have the box of pads and rotors inside the house. Don't know if I'm gonna do it exactly today. I might start it nice and early kind of thing tomorrow. I'm not 100% confident on this rebuild in the sense of these seals on the inside, like this big one, because it was a little finicky getting it on, and I had to like reseat it like 3 times, 2 times, maybe like one of the calipers, but it was just like not seating in and then pushing out and stuff. It is from O'Reilly's, so I mean it is that, but if all fails, I'll just get like an O'Reilly calipers or some shit like that. I'm gonna check things out. Obviously, I'm pretty sure it's like the calipers, and I've never really changed the brakes on this daily. I have but haven't. It came with the slotted and drilled rotors and I don't know what pads and stuff, but over time it started feeling a little weird, so I ended up changing to a spare set that I had for just the fronts, and I left the rears, and then it was all right for a bit, and now it's just issues. You know, I've replaced everything else in the front end practically, so it should be good. Only thing I didn't do, I didn't buy new bleeder valves. What I did was let them sit in white vinegar for a couple hours and in the sun, just kind of like baking it. You can see all the particles coming off of it, and it just kind of helps the rusting and all that. You know, it seems a little bit cleaner. All I did was put it in vinegar, and I made sure with brake cleaner and stuff it flows through so the valve isn't like clogged. I saved money that way, not buying new one of those. And I should have, I didn't really think about it at the time, is buy new of these washers for the brake line itself, and then I'm going to clean this up and make sure it's free and clear as well. What's up, gang? We're just out here with the TSXs hanging out, you know, doing a little TSX meetup. The daily's feeling pretty good. Always some noise, man, whether it's the plane or her. The brake job's feeling pretty good. I was being a bit hopeful with it all. I didn't know how it was going to turn out with the whole bleeding process and me putting on used rebuilt calipers and stuff. I was being hopeful that it was all going to work how it should, and it seems to be. I mean, the car is stopping. The only problem that I was feeling hearing at first was one of the clips on the pads like scraping on the rotor and stuff, and I did a little adjustment and it stopped. Breaking it in the pads, it's feeling pretty good. But now that that's feeling good, feeling like other things, like maybe the rear hub bearings or something like that. But yeah, that's not too shabby. She needs a cleaning too. Been a little bit. Taking my time, enjoying stuff, cleaning her up. Daily still needs a few things like transmission mounts. I gotta redo the valve cover gasket, all that fun stuff. Choose your character.
Lala.
Lala Gardner. La Gardner.
La Gardner.
What's up, y'all? If you don't got the tire shine on, is your car really clean? I bought some new stuff. Went to Walmart, bought some things for car cleaning, because I haven't in a little bit, except for just regular car wash soap. The bad part about these waters are it's harsh, and then it sits, water stains, but I also don't have the greatest drying towel either, so I go dry it, smear it, that stains. It looks like shit, dude. So most times I just leave it as is and try not to fuck with it, because yeah, I'm so lucky with this car that this roof or nothing didn't like cave or didn't crunch or nothing like that. It didn't like buckle anywhere over here. Super lucky, but I gotta still fix these little panel gaps, do some adjustments and stuff, maybe a little massage. Catch back with y'all soon. All right, y'all, quick quest. We're gonna go back to the alignment shop because The daily's been a little bit funky where it's kind of pulling to the right consistently. I thought it was maybe like something to do with the brakes and stuff. Got that situated, not that. Go there, double check that. Make sure it's not that. Shit, look at it driving. We just did a quick ride along. So it isn't the alignment. There's something going on with the TSX, and with all the work I've done, I'm like, dude, what the f is it? You know, because I did all that work, got alignment, and barely felt that night and day difference. So yeah, there's something going on with the car, and we have to figure out what. Something on that right side, because it is like pulling hard to the right constantly, and there's so much slop in play. Sucks to say, it's probably the rack and pinion, y'all. It's been an issue since we bought the car. Wish I recorded when we're doing a drive along. There's so much slop in the steering wheel. When we're at idle right now, it shouldn't be this hard to turn. I'm like literally turning like there's no power steering. I've been kind of dealing with that funky issue for a while since I got the car, and had it since 198,000. We're at 218,295. Quite a few thousand miles on a leaky rack. It's been kind of just used and abused. See how crooked it is? And it just pulls to the right constantly. That's crazy. First thing coming back on the camera is a piece of shit. That's crazy. I laid that out. Bon appetit. It's like we're over here at
La Lechonera.
Yeah, that. And we got some food just freshly made. This shit looking pretty good. It's hot. You already know we're doing with the Spanish plates.
She stuffed them too. Like, look at that.
Feel me?
I never take a day off, work around the clock, my engineer getting paid off. Rock like Ace up, like the weed and take off.